Well, two women are shot after an attack on a tow truck driver. We're going to tell you what we know so far.
And airports try to bounce back after reductions during the government shutdown. We'll tell you when scheduling at airlines should return to normal.
Good morning, everyone. Good Monday morning. Welcome to Good Day Atlanta at 8. I'm Buck Lanford.
And I'm Alex Whitler. Welcome to another work week, everyone. Good to see you.
Welcome back to you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. It's good to be back. Let's head on over to Fox 5 Storm Team meteorologist Joanne Feldman, who is checking the forecast.
Yeah.
And it's not bad, Joanne.
Right. It really, for November in Georgia, this is a pretty remarkable stretch of weather. So let's talk about what's a little bit different today and how we're going to get right back to the unseasonable warmth we had over the weekend. Here's the deal. Yesterday, we had a cold front slip through. When you look at the satellite and radar picture, you don't see much evidence of it other than some clouds that went quickly to the south. Maybe if you were outdoors yesterday, you felt the breeze increase a little bit. That was telling us that front was coming by. This is telling us we're on the flip side of that cold front. Almost a 30-degree drop in temperatures around Blue Ridge. Double-digit change from Atlanta down to Thomaston from this time yesterday morning. There is a huge difference in temperatures depending on your location, with 20s and 30s over northwest Georgia, 40s in town, and still 51 degrees in Noonan. But here is where we're headed. A beautiful day today. Again, not as warm as the weekend, but just near average with highs in the mid-60s. And the next warming trend kicks in tomorrow. We'll talk more about that coming up in a few minutes. Natalie?
Joanne, thank you. We are taking a look at a crash on the West Expressway eastbound at Fulton Industrial Boulevard that's been out there this morning for quite a while. We're still seeing an impact to your right hand. It looks like the right shoulder now, but it looks like that lane is still blocked. So delays coming in from Lee Road. Take Highway 78. In DeKalb on 285 northbound. We'll get you out there in just a few minutes. This is your big 3 commute. If you're headed in, your heaviest ride is through Alpharetta on 400 from Old Milton to the top end, about 31 minutes. Buck?
Natalie, thank you. Right now, a gunman is on the loose after shooting 2 women who came to the defense of their tow truck driving father.
Yeah, this overnight double shooting started at a downtown Atlanta gas station. And Good Day's Mark Teichner has more details on this developing story for us.
Both those women brought here to Grady Memorial Hospital for treatment. The good news is they are expected to survive. Their father, a tow truck driver, was also roughed up in this incident.
Probably about 10 shots, you would say, about 10 or more shots. It probably went off, like 7 of them went off, and then there was probably about another 5 after that.
Witnesses described the scene as a gunman opens fire on 2 women in downtown Atlanta. Police say it all started late Sunday night when the victim's father tried to tow this SUV from the BP gas station at the corner of John Wesley Dobbs and Piedmont. Investigators say the SUV driver got upset, leading to a verbal and then physical fight with the tow truck operator, slamming the tow truck driver to the ground. The suspect fled up the street. The tow truck driver's daughters both work at the gas station and chased after him. A half a block up John Wesley Dobbs, they confronted the man in a church parking lot, leading to another physical fight. That's when police say the suspect shot both women.
We saw blood on the ground, and just a lot of scattering, and the police coming and blocking stuff off.
The gunfire caused people in the area, many of them Georgia State students, to run for safety.
I didn't really know what to think. It was kind of like almost like a fight or flight response, and I was just like, I kind of just gotta get out of here.
At least for now, that gunman managed to escape. Police are hoping surveillance video from the area, as well as the gas station and information from that SUV, help them identify him. Reporting from Grady Memorial Hospital, I'm Mark Teichner for Good Day Atlanta.
Well, also new from overnight, another shooting investigation, this one in DeKalb County, where a neighbor on Boulder Crest Road told us that he heard gunshots and gunfire hit his apartment.
Going through the wall. And then my grandson Holler, I thought he had got shot, but one of the Mexicans upstairs at the top of the floor, he got shot in the arm.
Now, we're still awaiting official confirmation from DeKalb County Police on whether anyone was shot.
It's 8:04 now, and we're turning to a tragic update on a shooting outside of Loganville CVS. A woman who was found shot in the head Friday has died. The scene unfolded in the Atlanta Highway location parking lot. It's near Conyers Road. The woman was flown to the hospital in critical condition, but police said Sunday she passed away. Investigators say they're questioning a person of interest.
In Roswell, nearly 20 residents of an apartment complex are displaced after a fire spread through multiple units yesterday. Firefighters worked into the early hours yesterday morning to contain hidden flames, leaving homes damaged and one firefighter injured. Displaced families are now relying on the Red Cross for temporary housing and recovery help.
Saying why that happened just at that special moment, you know, Thanksgiving is coming, so now we don't know where we're gonna live.
Now, the cause of this fire is still under investigation as the Red Cross helps the displaced to get back into a home for the holidays.
Meanwhile, with just days until Thanksgiving, a record number of Americans are expected to travel. AAA predicts about 82 million people will go at least 50 miles from between Tuesday, November 25th, and Monday, December 1st. Most traveling will be on the road, with about 73 million people expected to drive to their holiday destinations. 6 million travelers are expected to take domestic flights.
Operations at the world's busiest airport are expected to return to normal this morning after more than a month of delays and cancellations due to that government shutdown.
Yeah, a lot of us were holding our breath on this one. The FAA has now lifted the emergency order that reduced flights all across the country. And Good Day's Caitlin Pratt joins us live from Hartsfield-Jackson, where she got very comfortable the past couple of weeks. Good morning, Caitlin. How's it looking today?
I mean, I'm just saying, coffee, bathrooms, heat, not a bad gig, right? But I think it's going to be ending here until, of course, the holiday travel rush. That's because I'm sharing some good news this morning. As of 6 a.m., that emergency order from the FAA to slow down on flights was dropped. Normal operations at the nation's airports ready for takeoff. A critical move from the Federal Aviation Administration could help speed up airlines' return to normalcy. They lifted emergency flight restrictions as of Monday morning as air traffic staffing rebounds. And flights over the weekend seeing less turbulence than travelers anticipated.
Honestly, I thought it was going to be worse. I came from Florida. I was expecting like the whole 3 hours, but the lines were empty. Everything went smooth.
Flight cuts started at 4% on November 7th and were set to rise to 10% by November 14th. A number of air traffic controllers missed work while they were going without pay during the government shutdown, and the spike in understaffing at airport towers creating concerns about safety.
I'm glad that it ended before Thanksgiving. I've got family coming into town. Looks like they'll be able to make it here.
And passengers aren't the only ones relieved about getting back to normal. The Airlines for America trade group reacting, saying, quote, "We look forward to welcoming 31 million passengers, a new record, to our flights during the upcoming Thanksgiving travel period." And hopefully this means the rental car companies will be getting their fleets back. You may recall in the past month or so, it's been really hard to secure a vehicle because so many people were just ditching their flights, or the flights were canceled, I should say, and they opted instead to hit the road to get to where they were going. So everyone slowly getting back on track. We are live at Atlanta's airport this morning. I'm Caitlin Pratt for Good Day Atlanta.
That is music to so many people's ears, Caitlin. Thank you. It's 8:08 now, and the Trump administration cancels a plan to require payments to travelers for flight delays. The plan was first announced during former President Biden's term in office and was meant to require airlines to pay passengers up to $300. Big difference there for delays of at least 3 hours, and up to $775 for delays of at least 9 hours. The Transportation Department says the proposal has been withdrawn because it would have caused, quote, unnecessary regulatory burdens. Currently, customers can receive refunds for canceled flights, but no compensation is required for delays.